There's a quiet power in spaces that don't try too hard. Rooms that don't shout for attention, yet leave a lasting impression the moment you step inside. Rustic minimalism is not about emptiness, it's about intention. It's where simplicity meets warmth, and where raw materials are allowed to speak for themselves. In these interiors, nothing feels rushed. Every surface, every texture, every shadow has room to breathe. Wood carries its grain proudly. Stone remains imperfect. Fabrics feel natural, almost untouched. This is design that slows you down without asking. Welcome back to Homey Studio, where we explore interiors that feel deeply lived in, quietly beautiful, and timeless beyond trends. Whether you're returning or joining us for the first time, this space is for those who appreciate design that feels real. Today, we're stepping into the world of rustic minimalism interiors, a design philosophy rooted in nature, restraint, and emotional comfort. Material honesty and natural foundations. Rustic minimalism begins with materials, not decoration. The foundation of every space is built from elements that feel real, tactile, and unfiltered. Wood is the most dominant presence. Not polished or overly refined, but raw, matte, and expressive. Oak, pine, walnut, or reclaimed timber is often used in wide plank flooring, ceiling beams, wall cladding, and furniture. The grain is visible. The knots remain. The imperfections are celebrated. Each mark tells a story of time and nature. Stone plays an equally grounding role. It may appear as a fireplace surround, a kitchen backsplash, a bathroom sink, or even a structural wall. The stone is rarely glossy. Instead, it's honed, brushed, or left rough, allowing texture to become a visual feature. Walls move away from flat paint finishes. Limewash, clay plaster, and textured renders add depth without visual noise. As light shifts throughout the day, these surfaces subtly change, creating movement without ornament. Concrete sometimes enters the space, softened by warm tones and natural pairings. When used correctly, it adds weight and balance rather than coldness. Rustic minimalism avoids excess material variety. Instead of layering many finishes, it repeats a few thoughtfully chosen ones. This repetition creates harmony, calm, and cohesion throughout the home. Color palettes and tonal calm. Color in rustic minimalism is intentionally restrained. It doesn't compete with materials, it supports them. The base palette is rooted in nature: warm whites, soft beiges, sand tones, muted taupes, clay hues, and earthy browns. These colors feel timeless and grounding, creating a seamless backdrop for texture to shine. White is never stark or cold. It leans creamy, chalky, or sun-washed, helping spaces feel bright yet soft. Beige and grayish tones bridge warmth and neutrality, preventing interiors from feeling flat. Darker tones are used sparingly. Deep wood finishes, charcoal accents, or muted stone grays introduce contrast without disrupting the calm. Black is rarely pure, often softened into charcoal or dark bronze. Rather than bold color blocking, rustic minimalism relies on tonal layering. Different shades of the same color family are layered together, light against dark, warm against cool, creating depth without visual clutter. This palette allows the home to age beautifully. It doesn't date quickly, and it adapts effortlessly to changing light and seasons. Spatial restraint, proportion and visual silence. Rustic minimalism is defined as much by what is left out as by what remains. One of its most powerful qualities is spatial restraint, the deliberate decision to allow space, proportion, and emptiness to become part of the design language. Rather than filling every corner, rustic minimalist interiors emphasize balance. Furniture is carefully scaled to the architecture, never oversized or visually aggressive. Pieces sit lower, closer to the ground, reinforcing a sense of stability and calm. Vertical space is left open, allowing ceilings and walls to breathe. Visual silence plays a key role. Clean sightlines, uninterrupted surfaces, and minimal layering prevent the eye from constantly searching for a focal point. Instead, the gaze moves slowly and naturally through the space, guided by light, texture, and material transitions. Negative space is not considered unfinished, it is intentional. Empty walls, open floors, and quiet corners create emotional clarity. This restraint encourages mindfulness and presence, transforming the home into a place of mental rest rather than stimulation. Rustic minimalism understands that luxury is not excess, but the freedom to experience space without distraction. Light, rhythm and atmospheric depth. Light is not treated as a functional necessity in rustic minimalism, it is treated as a living element that shapes mood, rhythm, and perception throughout the day. Natural light is softened rather than controlled. Sheer fabrics, textured glass, and unobstructed openings allow sunlight to enter gently, diffusing across raw surfaces. As the light moves, it reveals subtle changes in plaster, wood grain, and stone, creating a slow, rhythmic visual experience. Artificial lighting is layered and restrained. Instead of relying on strong overhead fixtures, light is introduced through indirect sources, wall washes, floor lamps, concealed lighting, and warm-toned bulbs. Illumination is uneven by design, creating depth through shadow rather than uniform brightness. This interplay of light and shadow gives rustic minimalist interiors their atmospheric richness. Spaces feel intimate in the evening, expansive during the day, and always emotionally balanced. In this design philosophy, light doesn't just illuminate, it calms, grounds, and connects the space to the natural passage of time. Private spaces, light and emotional comfort. Bedrooms in rustic minimalism are quiet retreats. Beds are low and unfussy, layered with breathable linens and warm neutrals. Headboards may be simple wood or omitted entirely. Furniture is minimal. Nightstands are often stools, blocks, or floating shelves. Decor is limited to what feels meaningful: a soft lamp, a book, a handmade object. Bathrooms follow the same philosophy. Stone sinks, plaster walls, warm lighting, and minimal accessories create spa-like calm. There's a sense of ritual rather than routine. Light plays a crucial role across all spaces. Daylight enhances texture. Evening lighting softens the atmosphere. Shadows are welcomed, adding depth and intimacy. Rustic minimalism isn't about having less, it's about living better with what remains. Rustic minimalism reminds us that a home doesn't need to be full to feel complete. It asks us to slow down, to choose with intention, and to surround ourselves only with what truly matters. In these interiors, beauty is quiet. It lives in the grain of wood, the softness of light, the weight of stone beneath your feet. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is excessive. Every element exists in harmony with the next. This design philosophy isn't about perfection, it's about presence. About creating spaces that support rest, reflection, and real life. Homes that feel warm in their simplicity and timeless in their restraint. As you move forward in your own design journey, let rustic minimalism be a reminder that less can feel richer, calmer, and more meaningful. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Homey Studio. If this style resonated with you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear how simplicity shows up in your space. Until next time, stay inspired, stay grounded, and let your home breathe.